I've said this 100 times. Alignment will change your life. When you discover who you are at your core, your higher self, and you bring that fucking guy to the surface, life just gets easier. That's the purpose of life, right? To enter a flow state so you actually dominate, you see with clarity, you know what your mission is, and you move with purpose towards that end goal or milestone. That's what you're for. You're not just to drift aimlessly, see what happens, just do what everyone else around you is doing, right? Your neighbor's doing that, your group of friends are doing that, that's what I'll do too, right? They drink every night, cool, I'll go to the pub. I don't want to be a fucking loser and not go to the pub every night, because that's what the people around me are doing. That's what guys do, because we're social animals. There's a massive pool and we're running by our primal brain to do that stuff, but you lose. I want to read you something from my book, right? Wait the King. I'll put a link in the comments. These are the 4 things that become very obvious when you're running in alignment, because when you're running it in alignment, life opens up to you. And I want you to be able to see it, because there might have been, and if you got the book, by the way, this is from page 63. If you've ever been in alignment, you just had this crazy elevated state, which most men have at some point. We don't do any feedback. We don't think we don't do it positively or negatively. We don't think, oh, you know what? That was a really, really good fucking day. I'm going to do all that stuff that made me have a great day again. I'm going to do that all the fucking time. We don't do that, which is crazy, because that's what we should be doing. We don't think, man, it was the worst fucking day. I'm not going to do that stuff. Why did I have a bad day? Well, I snoozed my alarm. I had that shitty breakfast. I was late, and I grabbed that snack from the fucking garage, and it was horrible. It made me, well, you don't even make that connection. You wouldn't even be like, I ate that thing and then my energy was drained and my frequency dropped and I felt shit and I was negative and moody all day. I didn't get any opportunities and everything seemed to fucking repel away from me. You don't think that. No one makes these connections, but actually the Kings on the program is in the first few weeks, we just teach around reflection and analysis so we can catch this shit immediately, right? If you paid attention, you would know that you've experienced these 4 things at some point. And if you think about when, it was probably when you went through some intentional hardship and you dug in with your fucking eyelids and got out the trenches, right? That's what you did. Something terrible happened and you need to switch on. Maybe for the people you love, maybe for yourself, but you just need to turn on and get shit done. You were moving with real fucking purpose. You had a fucking mission and you attacked it, right? Number 1. You act without hesitation, right? Alignment removes the mental battle that most men fight every day. When your actions match the man you decided to be, there's no need to get motivated or talk yourself into it. You just do it. This kind of consistency builds unstoppable momentum, making progress feel automatic. That's what it does. You can't stop. It's why I always say guys get jacked as fucking ripped on the program as well as the mental elevation, because everything seems so obvious. They're not like, oh, I need to diet today, or I gotta make sure I eat this. They just do it. It wouldn't cross their mind to just be bags of shit and fall off the plan. They want to do it in the same way that you never miss brushing your teeth in the evening because it's just what you do. It's the same thing with the training, hard as fuck, dieting perfectly, everything dialed in so you see that physical change. And then when you see it in the mirror over and over and over again, why would you ever stop, right? Number 2, you attract what you deserve. Most men chase success, and that's why it stays just out of reach. But when you're aligned, you don't chase, you attract, right? The man who moves in sync with his higher self earns the results he wants naturally. Whether it's a jacked body, a connected family, or a really fucking successful business, you don't need to wrestle them into existence and hope opportunity lands in your lap. You simply become the man who's capable of attaining and keeping what you certainly want. And it is so massive. And guys on the program have experienced this over and over again when they're actually running in alignment, in sync with true reality, not the false belief reality you've invented in your head, but running in sync with true reality, and everything just seems to happen. You just get everything you want. Business is great. You have no idea why. You're just like, business is good. I'm killing it at work. Me and the missus' relationship has never been better. Everything feels good because you're in alignment. That's what that means. It's congruency between your heart, your soul, your head. Everything's moving in the same direction. That's what happens. Number 3, you operate with certainty. Doubt and indecision are killers. They keep you stuck and second guessing yourself. Alignment gives you clarity and confidence because you're no longer guessing who you are or what you stand for. You're not jumping from one viewpoint, target, or shiny object. You move fast, you make bold decisions, and you effortlessly get results that once felt out of reach. right? This is what certainty does. And actually, we've got a 4-layer mechanism that I talk about all the time that just allows guys to dominate in every area of their life and get anything they want out of fucking life. And it's a huge part of it is certainty. If you are certain, the world will reward that certainty by giving you exactly what you want. So many guys have goals that they are trying to hit, but they sort of don't really believe they're ever going to fucking hit them. They have backup plans. They just think, oh, this would be great if I can do it. It's fucking wishy-washy. It's so fucking timid. If you're like, this is what's going to happen, I'm sure of it, and you move so much more fearlessly and boldly when you do that, you bring it into existence anyway, right? But you will move with crazy aggressive certainty to the point where anyone around you who was like, can't do that, that won't, like, you can be dragged down by that sort of negative talk if you're not in alignment. People saying you won't be able to do that and you'll second guess yourself. But when you're running in alignment, like your higher self is elevated, you are stepping up at an elevated frequency, internally aligned as fuck, right? Your higher self steering the fucking ship. That king is calling the shots. Anyone could say anything to you and it makes no difference. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. Hey, I don't think you can do it that way. Hey, I think if you do that, this will happen. You don't even hear it because you're so certain, because you're being guided. Your inner voice is so fucking loud, you just know, right? Number 4, you build unshakable trust and confidence in yourself. And this is obviously tied to the certainty, right? When you act in alignment with your higher self, you reinforce your self-trust. You prove to yourself over and over that you are a man who keeps his word. This creates a level of confidence most men will never experience. The more aligned actions you take, the stronger this trust becomes, fueling even greater success. It means you aim higher, you push yourself to do more, and you know with absolute certainty that when you say you'll achieve something, you fucking will, right? You know, this is obviously all tied together. If you look at all those 4 points, what do they really mean? They mean when you're running in real alignment, and alignment is just a state of elevated mentality. That's what it is, where everything just feels natural, easy. You're just living in flow state, right? You're aligned, you're mission led, you know what you're doing, you know what to say. I saw a reel the other day, right, on Instagram. It's from a comedian. It was pretty fucking funny, but he's basically walking along, and the quote was like, when your brain can't catch up and someone walks past him in the park and they say, lovely morning, isn't it? And he like mumble and he's like, yeah, oh, fuck, like that. And it's pretty fucking funny, right? But that's just out of alignment. Like, that's, guys, this is most people. This is why it got thousands of comments, etc., and millions of views, because people are like, oh my God, that's so me. It's because most people are moving with complete misalignment to their higher self, to the point that they have to force everything. They have to think deeply about every decision because they have no idea what to say, where they're going, the direction to take. They just don't fucking know, right? Alignment means not like you have zero fear. Fear doesn't enter into your mind because you are so certain, you're so sure of yourself. That's what all those 4 points are. They basically mean you're clear. You're clear as fuck, right? Think about it. You're certain you're going to hit everything. You're so magnetic to everything because of your certainty, because you know the direction you're going to. Most people wait for opportunity, but they're so led by fear that when opportunity lands in their lap, they think of a reason why they can't do it. Like, I remember seeing this as a kid, right? This is how much this stuck in my mind. I was a kid, and you know when, I don't know how old you are, right? When I was a kid, there was 5 channels. I know there's loads now. We had 5 fucking channels. So I watched some pretty boring shit when I was like sick from school or something. Like channel 5, crazy channel. Like, that was it. Daytime TV as well. Like, once Art Attack's done, there's nothing else. And I'm there watching this show, and it was experiment of a guy who thought he was unlucky, and they were doing this experiment. So what they did is they got a winning lottery ticket, and they made sure this guy walked past it every single day on his way to work. They just put this winning lottery ticket on the floor, and they saw this guy just not fucking touch it, just walk past it every single day, this winning lottery ticket. And this might seem silly, and obviously, like, most people would probably do that because you're just walking past some rubbish on the floor, but it just showed me, it was like, fuck, there's opportunity everywhere. It made me think I gotta look everywhere, because everything's a fucking gift. If you have a positive mentality because you're running in alignment, everything seems positive. Everything seems like it's happening for you instead of to you. Everything feels like, oh my God, why was this meant to happen? As opposed to, fuck, why does everything always happen to me? And that mindset means that everything is an opportunity, right? Because you can think, right? Think of the best version of you. and then think of something bad that's happened to you in the last few days, weeks, months, whatever. How would the best version of you turn that event into a massive fucking win? How would they have done it? It won't take you long to realize how. Even if it's just the point of like, I'm talking like learning from your mistakes, right? Because that's the sort of get out of jail free card for a lot of people. I'm talking like the mental strength you fucking build, the ability to manage things is crazy. Like, guys want an amazing physique, but they cannot fucking diet. They cannot fucking diet. So what needs to happen is a failure to purge that weakness of having fucking snacks, having sugary food late at night, like having that uncontrollable craving that they just can't fucking shake. They need something bad to happen to purge the weakness so that they can move ahead, because you only get what you deserve. And if you have that weakness, you don't deserve a jacked physique yet. You couldn't possibly keep it. If you have that weakness of cravings and I gave you a jacked physique, here it is, boom, you now look jacked, you would lose it instantly because you do not have the skills, the mental capacity, the mental elevation to not have snacks, to not eat sugary shit that's not on your plan. Like, you don't have that skill. It's the same with money. Everyone wants more fucking money, but actually, look at your pay packet. It goes every single month. So do you have the skills to keep money? No. So you can't just wish for money. Oh, I wish business would blow up. I wish I'd get that promotion or I'd get that pay rise. You can't get more money. Even if you get the promotion, you'll still be month to month. Even if your business grows, you'll be month to month and you'll fucking drain it down because you do not yet have the skills to keep and multiply money, as is proof by your current habits. You will only get what you can currently actually attain and keep. Is all you'll get. That's what these 4 points are, right? Certainty, earning what you want, and realizing that you don't get what you want, you get who you are. That's why internal alignment's the only way of getting anything you want, because you have to internally align yourself with that person, right? You have to see in your mind's eye the highest version of you. Do it now. Shut your eyes, visualize the most powerful version of you. That jacked up killer with muscle that looks in the mirror and is like, oh, yes, veiny, muscle, looking dangerous, looking attractive to your wife, looking inspirational to your kid. Like, picture that guy. How does he handle work? How does he fucking move about his day? How does he close more deals? How does he step up the ladder? How does he give more value to his company? How does he dress? How does he move? Everything. Visualize it so it's a colorful fucking picture. And whatever comes to your mind will be the man that you admire, the inspiration that would just put fire in your fucking belly. And that is your higher self saying, hey, this is who you're supposed to be. When you can see that man in your mind, that's alignment. Alignment can happen in a fucking instant. That's alignment. Picture him, build him, that's it. And if you want the blueprint to build him, just click below, apply for a spot, jump on the 90-day program where I can actually get my fucking hands stuck in and show you the simplest way of getting your mind and body in this elevated state. Do the fucking work. And if you haven't read this yet, that was page 60, whatever I said. Grab the book. I'll put the link below to that as well. Read it, apply it, start moving in alignment with your higher self. Nothing else matters.